Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. Yes, it's that day, isn't it? It's Irene Jesus' birthday. It's Christmas. Oh yes, well, a very Merry Christmas from me to all of you. And I do hope that Santa, when he emptied his sack at the bottom of your bed, left something pleasant. I thought, for today, on this special day, we would take a look at what we're all grinding towards with the Prinz Eitel Friedrich. Yes, the tier 6 German battleship. Now, this thing is not the most popular of boats on the forum. No, if you go over and you have a look at the forum, there are a lot of people saying, shake fist at wargaming, grrr, arg. Yeah, anybody that used to watch Buffy might get that reference, but yeah, the Prinz Eitel Friedrich. Now, I played a few games in her, and she's an interesting ship. She is. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the stats, shall we? Survivability-wise, 52,300. Now, I'm going to go ships of battle at tier 6, and we can have a little look here. 51,600 on the Bayon, 52,600 on the Dunk, 53,100 on the Queenie, 53,800 on the Warships. Yeah, so do you know what? She's kind of on par. She's on par. Not bad. Armour, 6 to 320 millimeters. Now the armour's interesting. You've got this 25mm fore, aft and deck plating. Oh no, deck plating's 50mm. Wow, chunky. So we've got deck. Yeah, this deck is 25. Top deck is 50. So IFHE could be a problem. 203mm shells could be a problem. But then we have this armour belt here, a midship, which is nice. These sort of casement armour. And we've got 270mm armour belt, which is also nice. Let's just strip her back a little bit, shall we? Citadel, a thwart ship, and yeah, all of these bits here. We've got a non-turtleback scheme on this particular boat. So do not try and play it like you would do your other German battleships, because you will not do well. The actual Citadel itself, pretty low, so that's pretty good with me. And yeah, it's all kind of there. Interesting. Artillery wise, she has 4 twin mounted 350mm guns. Now the German guns, 380 on the Bayon. What the old Frenchies got there, 340, 330, Queen Lizzie 381, and the Warspite 381, New Mexi 356, 410 of course on the Mutsu, and 356 on the Fuso. So her guns they're kind of in the middle there. The Mutsu is essentially a tier 7 ship that got dragged down a tier. So yeah, you get the bigger guns there, but they're, you would think, by looking at the size, they're okay. Until you look at the actual stats. 10,500 max AP damage, 4,000 max HE damage, and 29% fire chance. That sounds good. And then you look at the AP shell velocity, 815 meters per second. The drag on these shells is something else. If you are within 10 kilometers and you fire your guns, the shells will get to where you kind of want them to be. But you will notice they slow down. Anything out of 6 kilometres. If you're firing at the maximum range of these guns, which is 17.8 kilometres, you need to be thinking more in the terms of American 127s on their destroyers, because the lag is immense as it gets towards the end of that distance. So you do need to bear that in mind. Secondary armament wise, we have 8 twin mounted 105s going out 6 kilometres, 1200 max HE with a 7% fire chance. And then we have the 150 mils, 14 single mounts, 6 kilometres, 1700 HE max damage and 10% fire chance. So, AA. Now this is where this thing can be built up and be a bit of a monster. You do have good AA on here. You've got a base rating of 62. May not be base actually, he's got A skill on there, so it's probably around 60-ish. 36 DPS, 2.4 kilometres for the 12 single mounted 20 mils. We have 8 twin mounted 37 mils, 4.2 kilometres, 21 DPS, and then we go to town with the 5.4 kilometre, 134 DPS on the 105 dual purpose. Now, I believe you could, if you wished, put this on, which would bump up your anti-air by 20% range, yeah. So that would bump you up to 73. If you had the captain skill on here of BFT, that would bump it up another 5, yeah. So you can see how you could quickly build this into a pretty efficient AA barrage battleship. Manoeuvrability wise, we have 28 knots at tier 6. You've got the Bayon, 25. The Queen Lizzie and the Warspite are slow as treacle in the winter. 29.5 on the Mighty Baguette. And 29.5 on the Normandy. So, yep, New Mexico is slow. The Mutsu is pretty slow. So is Fuso. So this thing is actually pretty quick for a tier 6 battleship, which is nice. 800 metre turning circle and a 14-second rudder shift time. Kind of where you'd expect a battleship to be at this tier. Concealment wise, we have 14.6. 14.6, and the captain doesn't have concealment expert. So if you were to put concealment expert on here, you could take another 14% off, which would make this thing kind of cruiser-like for one of the worst cruisers, you know, on that kind of equivalent level there. So this thing is fast, it's pretty sneaky for a battleship. How does it play? Well, only one way to find out. So we've got the captain, there are the skills. Yeah. Let's take it out for a battle. You'll have to excuse me, I've got cold at the moment. And it's giving me a little bit of a cough as the cold slowly turns into man flu and kills me. So here we are, we're in a tier 8 battle. Ooh, 5. Oh no, look, we've got a derpy platoon here. Yeah. Oh dear. Tier 5 against tier 8. Yep, that seems fair. So it's not too bad though, it's just Cleveland and the Charles Martel. Should be okay. We should be okay. I wouldn't want to be the Königsberg in this match though, but you know, such is the way of life. So I'm going to open up the throttle. I'm going to point the ship forwards and maybe very slightly to the right, wish everyone luck. And we'll just start getting ourselves on the way. There we go. Just tilt her in very slightly. Now you can see the traverse speed on the guns there is, you know, battleship levels of treacle. Turret placement is interesting. Now we have the Z turret at the back there and the X turret here. I'm going to call this the Y porter cabin. Yeah. Like, why is there a porter cabin on my battleship? What exactly is going on here? Yeah, I'm baffled. Okay. Yeah, but having that turret at the back there, you can see just by the gun angles, if we bring them right round, you get the rear turrets kind of lighting up at the same time. Yeah, very slight difference in a couple of degrees, but not too bad. So you actually get quite a nice broadside angle on this thing, or being able to get your guns to bear while keeping a bit of turn in towards the enemy. So I'm going to just turn her in a little bit more. She does lose speed in a turn, so that's quite useful if you've got a whole bunch of torpedoes coming your way. There's the Königsberg. Yeah, that is the tier 5, isn't it? Yep. Sorry about that. Finger slipped on the key there. But so let's see if we can get rid of the tier 5 ship. Should be looking good. Yeah, not bad. So that thing is going to be gone very quickly. Probably get the Charles Martel finish that off. No. Oh, Charlie, what are you doing? Okay. So I'm going to put the 2 front turrets into a... Yeah, job done. Okay. That leaves me the 2 rear turrets for Mr. Graf here. Your Graf Spey. Yep, I will be taking your citadel and rogering you in ways you never wished existed. Oh yes. Come on in. Let's see if we can give you another Christmas penetration. Jingle your bells. There we go. Oh, lovely. Now, don't forget the Graf Spey does have the old torpedoes, so let's start turning in. We'll get the secondaries to work there. And let's speed back up. Should be able to get rid of that Graf Spey. If we get another decent hit, should be gone. Just turn it back out. Get the guns round. And that's another one. There we go. Now we have the Bayern coming over here. I'm just going to kill that fire because why would I let it burn? Don't need to. Queen Lizzie over there. She's slow. So let's see if we can get some shots into her. Watch those shells. You see they slow down towards the end. It's interesting. We've lost a turret at the front end from the Bayern, being antisocial, but that's okay. We'll now angle ourselves in, so we're not presenting too much of a target to him. There we go. And let's get our guns to work. 3.5 grand, yeah, not too terrible. 10 grand, that's much better. So let's get the fires going on the Bayern. Got 2 on there now. So that's just going to tick up damage, which is lovely. Bayern's keeping their guns pointed towards us. We'll use the old superstructure shots here to make the most out of the damage. Didn't get a great amount of damage there, but that's fine. Yeah, we've got plenty of secondary hits going on there. Yeah, nice. Finished him off with the torpedoes there. Might as well stick a little bit of heal back on. And although this thing doesn't have the longest reach, it's not bad. Like, the range isn't bad. There are certainly ships with, you know, more of a reach, but do you know what? I don't mind this. I don't like the long distance shots anyway, because you tend to miss. So I'm going to go for a blind fire there. Like, well, not entirely blind. But I'm kind of hoping. It wasn't terrible. That wasn't terrible. Okay, so. Oh, Charlie, where are you going? Let's try about there, shall we? Yeah, maybe. Oh, very nice. Wasn't a bad shot at all. Again, apologies for the cough. Right, well done, team. Done well. Let's have a look and see what we got. 81,635 damage, 36 main battery hits, 1 plane shot down, 2 boats sunk, 3 fires, 3 citadels, 62 target hits. That is the one you get for getting the ship, which is just a thing. 105,146 on the credits, 2,322 on the XP, and 128 on the free XP. Then we'll look here. Yeah, well done. Königsberg, tier 5 ship, top of the tree. Do you know what? You're going to get one of them. Well done, you. Yeah. So, yeah, impressed with that. Well done. St. de Graaf's Bay there and the Königsberg. Got some good damage on the bay and there. Hits on the Charles Martel and the Queen Lizzie. And the take home, 86,266 on the critics, 2,360 on the Commander XP. So let's just have a look at the damage received. Potential damage 530,600. So we tanked over 500,000. That's quite a lot of damage. Now then, it's a confusing ship, this one. It really is. I would like to be able to give you, I don't know, a would recommend or would not recommend on it. I think what the answer to this one is do the missions. Get the ship for nothing. Don't go and buy it, because I don't think it's worth buying. Is it worth keeping once you've got it? Yeah, probably, if you play it like a fat cruiser with shells that become tired about halfway through the flight time, then yeah, I think you could probably learn to love it. Me, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I got this because I was looking to do the steel campaign, like the steel mission thing that's in combat missions. There we go. So yeah, I want the steel, and this will give me 2,019 steel, which will then go along with the steel that I've already got. So it'll take me to 7,000, 7,500, which isn't enough for a ship, but it's half of a black, or 2/3 of a flint. So I'm looking to try and maximise the amount of steel I get, and that's why I got this ship. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. It's not that impressive. It really isn't. Is it a bad ship? No. I don't believe it's a bad ship, but I don't think it's one that stands out from the crowd either. I think it's very mediocre. Now, for a premium, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there is nothing about this ship that makes it special. You know, it's not got extra AA like range on it or anything. You can add it, but it hasn't really got extra AA range. And if you look at the new Mexi's AA defense, yeah, you could probably boost that up a little bit more and get kind of the same effect. So yeah, struggling to recommend this one. I would say don't buy it. Definitely worth doing the missions to get it, without a doubt. But save your money, I think, on this one. Let me know your thoughts if you've got her and you think differently. Yeah, I'd be interested to know. But yeah, very mixed feelings about this ship. So, you know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed the video, the like button's there and it loves a little tickle. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? But I think that's more than enough from me for now. So thank you ever so much for watching, guys. But for now, it's Captain Random wishing you a very Merry Christmas and signing off. Take care, and I'll catch you again next time.